I hope your day is full of cacti. Yeah, I said cacti. We got to have more cacti, okay? That's the direction things are moving in. It's drought friendly. It's ugly. It's drought friendly. There's needles. Be careful. Hope your day's full of cacti and ivy and straight up grass. Not enough grass happening, especially in California. Everyone's lawns are dry as fuck. Hope your day's full of Venus flytraps. When was the last time you ran into a Venus flytrap? You never get to see enough Venus flytraps, that's for sure. Every time I see a Venus flytrap, I go, oh, I hope a fly comes by. There's nothing more sad than a Venus flytrap that's not eating a fly. It's like, what's the fucking point? I wasn't planning on starting off the podcast talking Venus flytraps, but now that I'm talking about Venus flytraps, I'm like, maybe I want one. That's the best pet. It's my emotional support Venus flytrap. All right, guys, we have an amazing episode of Shank for you today with the one, the only Josh Potter. But before we get into this week's episode of Shank with the one, the only Josh Potter, there's just a few things I want to tell you about. First, I am coming to Bellflower with Josh Potter March 10th at Stand Up Comedy Club. Look it up. It's in Bellflower. We're going to be there March 10th. It's going to be such a fun show. March 19th, I am coming to Mic Drop with Kim Congdon. That's Mic Drop San Diego, March 19th. Then, 4/20, I'm going to be at the Nightcap with Josh Potter. In June, I'm coming to Arizona. I believe it's 6/23 and 6/24. It's a 2-night show. It's with Kim Congdon as well. More dates coming soon at Princess Shank, waiting on an Austin date and waiting on New York dates as well. All right, guys. Before we get into this episode with Josh, there's just one thing I want to tell you about, and that's socks. Oh, yeah. Anyone who knows me knows that I only wear one type of socks, and that's, oh, yeah, socks. They don't make me say the name like that. I just choose to say the name like that because it's catchy. You'll find yourself later saying it. You'll be like, oh, yeah. And then you'll think of me. Look down at your feet. Are you wearing socks? If you're not wearing socks, you're a disgusting, dirty, filthy pig. And what are you doing with your life? What I love most about Oh Yeah Socks is that they have so many unique designs to choose from. Whether you're into Dungeons and Dragons or MacGyver, there's a pair of socks for you. If you're into aliens or just straight up plants, there's a pair of socks for you. Shop ohyeah.com. That's 3 O's HYEAH.com. Discount code Sara10. That's SARA 10 for 10% off unique sock designs. And let's get into this week's episode of Shank with the one, the only Josh Potter. Oh, also subscribe to my Patreon. Okay, let's get into this week's episode of Shank with the one, the only Josh Potter. Everyone, here it is. Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of Shank. I'm Sara Weinshenk, and today's guest is the one, the only, it's motherfucking Josh Potter.
Hi y'all.
Hi y'all. What's up, Daddy?
What's up,
Daddy's
Shanker?
back in the building.
Yeah, hell
Mr.
yeah.
Josh is here.
What are we calling it? The Dome?
Back in the dome. I don't know, because with this bitch we have the Hive. So we say
Yeah.
the Hive is alive.
I have the Roach Motel.
You have the Roach Motel.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck is this? Shanksville?
I think that's for you to decide.
That seems not it.
I think you have to figure that out yourself.
Oh,
Or maybe the people at home.
I was hoping you could punch up my.
I thought like the wigwam or the teepee
wigwam.
or some Native American domicile.
But then the Native Americans are. Gonna
You think
come
they'll
for
come
me.
after
They're gonna
you?
be like, "Bitch, you took our land. Now you're taking our
Architecture?
structures.
You can't Is that cultural appropriation to
We're live from the teepee.
utilize like architecture of another culture?
I don't know. What do you think?
I mean,
if I did,
live
the
in-
Eskimos would be pissed if I said we're live from the igloo.
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. Like, and I think they're going to be mad that you called them
Inuits.
Eskimos. Or is that I don't even know anymore. I think it might have went.
Inuit.
I thought it went back and forth again, but I have no idea.
See, Inuit to me, it sounds like an insult.
That sounds meaner. Exactly.
You Inuit.
Well, that's like
It's like, I'm sorry, what?
I've gotten called out for saying African American. Like I'm black, and I'm like, I thought that was worse. My bad.
I'm
you know?
just trying to be respectful.
Yeah. My bad. I'm trying to. You tell me what to call you. I'll call you whatever you want.
Yeah.
But I wonder because I mean, if that's the case, then many of us white folk here in Los Angeles are appropriating Latino culture with our architecture.
In what way?
Well, we live in like these Spanish type homes. They look like
You're canceled.
I wonder. Am I?
How dare you live in a Spanish style home?
Yeah, I don't know. There's so many of them.
I mean, yeah, what could it be? It's like the cave.
The cave. I thought cave, but I thought maybe too dirty for the
me.
shank. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. When I think cave, I don't think shank.
I think maybe the tower of the castle. Yeah.
The palace.
Yeah, but not the palace part.
Why?
You're
That really appeals to me.
I feel like you're living in the attic of the palace. Like they're like, wait till you see the one we got up there.
You make me the Anne Frank of the palace, you bitch.
No, because they're like, we've got one princess who talks to the mice and she's up there playing with yarn and doodling. We keep her up in the left wing tower, or the west wing tower.
We're live from the attic of the palace.
Yeah.
That's what we come up with.
Those towers are called something, and I can't remember what they're called, but perhaps too medieval military type of a verbiage for you.
Yeah, but
Where do fairies hang out?
by rivers, I think.
All right.
And forests.
Come on down to the creek with Shank.
That I'm into.
Come on down to the creek. That sounds like
Wait, do I have fairy energy, do you?
Sure, of course.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
That's what I'm going for. Like, can I tell you? A psychic
You're killing it.
did tell me I had fairy energy. Can you Google fairy energy and see what comes up?
It sounds like one of those.
I'm 7 years old, by the way.
I don't know that that's 7 years old.
Is fairy energy rare?
Fairy energy. What does that even entail exactly?
I don't know.
Come on down to the creek with Sara Weinshenk.
Put on your wings and come down to the creek.
It's 102.5 The Wave. Come on down to the creek.
It's 10.2 The Shank.
The Shank.
Come on. I don't know what comes up when you Google fairy energy.
I know, it seems to be like
it feels like Nerdsville.
Well,
Took
I
us
mean,
straight to Nerdsville.
anything that you Google energy, I feel like is Nerdsville, you know?
Yeah.
Whether it be energy that is literally made by atoms and things like that or whatever, I don't know how science works, or energy in terms of like a cosmic thing, it's always Nerdville.
Yeah, no, you're right.
The word energy is sadly, even those
Or
dorks that work out, they're
spiritual.
like, you want more energy? You got to get to the gym. That's fucking Nerdsville to me too.
Well, because it's also like, it's counterintuitive.
Sure.
You're like, you want me to sweat and hurt myself so I can have more energy later? Okay. It
Yeah.
sounds like a hoax.
It does sound counterintuitive, and I'm not going to subscribe to that line of thinking anytime soon. No, I think I will. I'm going to try it out. I'm going to give
You're
your
gonna try to
working out a thing.
You're gonna take working out for a spin.
Yeah, I'm going to give it a whirl and see
You
what
are?
happens. See just what goes on, yeah.
Are you gonna be like a cowbell guy?
I don't know.
All of a sudden, you're like doing squats with cowbells on Instagram.
I am a minimalist, so whatever I can do that is less equipment, going someplace. I looked up all these like resistance, body weight resistance, like ways to work out. So you just have to have your body in like a ground. Then I can do it in like
a prison
hotels.
style workout.
Yes, that's what I want to get is like prison ripped.
Prison ripped.
Yes, cut, not ripped necessarily. I talked about that the last time I was here. I feel like every time I come in this apartment, I'm like, I gotta get cut.
Yeah, there's something in here.
Yeah.
There's something in this apartment
What
that
am I doing? That's where it starts. You get cut, then you get this place.
And then
We'll see. We'll see.
but like, what do you think you are if you had to be like a whimsical creature?
What I have to pick from a whimsical creature?
Well, I guess you don't have
phylum.
to.
I mean, I don't know what are the options. We've got fairy,
Elf.
Ugh. I'd probably be a troll, sadly. Like if I wouldn't be able to select it. Do you know what I'm saying? I'd probably I would come like if I was at the Sorting Hat of what did you call them? Whimsical figures.
Yeah.
I would go up to it and be like, "You are a troll." I'm like,
No.
"Troll, come on, bro.
No.
Give me something better." What do we got for options here?
Can you Google whimsical creatures?
We've got nymph, probably.
Is
I wouldn't be
nymph
that.
the same as a fairy?
I suppose. Yeah, I don't know. You tell me.
Yes.
You're the expert
Yes.
here. We don't have a list,
A
sadly.
serpentine sea
Ooh,
creature.
I could be that.
What
little
is that?
slithery snake. That's
A sea creature?
Well, serpentine means like
Snake.
snake-like, right?
Yeah.
I don't want to be a sea creature.
What about like those, you know what you could be? Those things that are half centaur.
Half centaur. Well, that is a
Half man,
centaur.
half horse.
A centaur is a half something.
half man, half horse.
I don't want to be that.
Why?
I guess. I don't know.
You could have a huge horse stick.
That's true. That is the benefit. It is
Don't
the
overlook.
Those
don't
guys
sleep
are also
on
cut, dude. Those guys.
That's true. It is the anti-mermaid. Do you know what I mean? Like the mermaid is like fish pussy and everyone's like, ew. And then like the centaur, everyone's kind of like, well, that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, the centaur. That's a weak looking centaur. But let's
a centaur would murder every real woman he fucks, I'd feel.
look.
Was there a legend of a centaur who fucked a human? Wasn't there one? I could have swore in Greek mythology where it was like the centaur loves the woman and then she's like a goddess and they fuck and they make like Hercules. I don't know.
I mean,
That's
I don't
too much to Google
Greek
for Xavier.
mythology
Yeah.
is fucking crazy.
It's crazy.
They're all high.
Yeah, no, it was. I mean, I grew up like.
Oh yeah, because you're Greek.
Yeah, my father has a tribal tattoo that says Zeus on his arm.
No,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
Is that his only tattoo?
Yeah.
No.
I don't know. Is it? Yeah, I think it is actually.
Dude, he got Zeus tattooed.
It's in Greek letters, and he's got like tribal art around his arm.
How do you feel when you see it?
Oh, I remember the time he bought a sports car and cheated on my mom. No.
Do you remember the day he got it, or did he always
My parents
have it?
both went to get tattoos, and they're in like at the time in their 40s easily. And now that I'm 37, I'm like, I'm 37 and I was like ready to get a tattoo for a girl like 2 weeks ago. So what am I talking about? You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I get where they were.
Yeah.
Because they were like 45 probably. But my mom got a terrible tattoo for a
What'd she get?
45-year-old
A Disney
woman.
something?
No, she got, speaking of mermaids, I think they're mermaids. Or they're either mermaids or dolphins. I didn't investigate too hard because they are around her belly button.
No.
Yes, one of those.
No. So like in a circle around her belly.
Yes.
No.
Yeah, at like 40 something.
No. I can't
Yeah.
believe this is the first I'm hearing about this.
Yeah. I remember when they came home, they went with like another couple.
No.
And they came home like, we got tattoos. And I remember thinking, that's so fucking crazy. I remember at the time thinking that. Like, my parents are going off. I'm like, do I have cool parents or are they like going crazy?
They're having an episode.
My parents having their midlife crisis right in front of me.
Dolphins
Well,
around
my
the
father,
belly button.
I saw my father's midlife crisis happening. I didn't know. I think my mom just went along for the ride.
Right. That's normally what happens.
And
You're
so-
just a passenger in your
Yeah.
husband's midlife crisis.
My dad, during the buffet wars of 1997, my father, working for Old Country Buffet, got a Golden Corral shut down, and they gave him a Mustang. And so he was like, oh, shit. Now he's driving a Mustang. And he also
what
like
color was it?
gray. It was a
Okay.
Mustang GT. And he started working out hardcore. And he was jacked, and he'd wear muscle shirts and drive this Mustang, and we'd listen to Saliva. I mean, I was into like douche rock, so he didn't know any. He'd listen to my music like super loud, so we're listening to like, click, click, boom, stuff like that, like Saliva and fucking Stained and shit, and like driving around in this Mustang, and and he was fucking waitresses and stuff. He was kind of the man. Like
very centaur energy.
Yeah, right? No, totally. But he was like, I remember looking back and being like, I hate you, Dad. But like, kind of now, I wish I could like have my brain that I have now then and be like, all right, Dad, you're kind of the man. You know what I mean?
But, okay, I cannot imagine my parents going out and coming home with tattoos. That's crazy. And I'm also like, what would they get? It's like,
I don't know what I would
first. What came first, the Mustang or the tattoo?
The Mustang.
Of course.
It was like.
Of course.
It was
dude.
like a Jenga block that came out and the rest just toppled down. Like it all happened relatively simultaneously, but I believe the impetus, once he finally got that, because my dad loves cars and shit. And so I think when he got that, he was like, fuck, we're doing it, dude. You know?
So it goes like Mustang, tattoo, divorce.
Infidelity.
Yeah. Is that the
no,
order?
they actually like mended it and stayed together. And then like when we were adults, they were like, all right, this is
enough. Enough's enough.
And I think my dad just kept it going the whole time.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
And then what's hilarious, I don't even care that I'm saying, I found out while I was home just like a couple of weeks ago. I kind of knew this already. Someone else slipped this to me when I was younger, but I couldn't verify it with anybody. But my dad was married before my mom.
Oh, shit.
And it was to like, I think it was a thing so he could stay in the country.
Oh, shit.
And like, I found that out while I was drinking with my cousin, and my dad's now wife also found that out at that moment too.
No.
And is like pissed, I think.
No.
Because he's like never told anybody, I don't think. I don't even know if my mom knows.
That's crazy. It's
well,
crazy
Mom, if you're watching.
It's crazy to think of your parents as being individuals before they had you.
I mean,
to me.
Well, like now that you get older, you start to like look at them at the age that you were. And you kind of go like,
you have empathy in a different way.
Because you start going like, well, they kind of had it more together than I did.
They definitely did.
But at the same time, mental illness. I mean, like, or just like you could see the pitfalls coming. Like it seems like it's all set up so that it's like things that I've avoided. You know what I mean? Like I've always said I'm never going to work in a restaurant as long as I don't care how homeless I get or whatever. I have not done it since I was 14. So I'm like, that's a victory for me. You know?
You see the things that they do, and then you start being like, "Yeah, I'm gonna do the opposite of that."
Yes, or like what makes them miserable or whatever. You know, you're like, that's why you're miserable, and you just go, I'm gonna avoid that at all costs, whatever it is.
Yeah, The Office,
philosophically, or literally like that. The Office. My parents never did offices. Always restaurants.
Dude,
that's why when I got an office job, I thought I was like, hell, look at me. I was up on the 32nd floor. I was like. Wearing a shirt and tie?
Oh, dude, there's no worse feeling to me than walking into an office building.
I don't mind it.
You like it?
Well, because here's the thing. You've reached a certain level of something where you can get employed in an office. Do you know what I mean? There's maniacs running around in the streets right now that like they're not getting. They go for a job interview. Yeah, they're not getting it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like when I only had an office job for like 6 months. And I have no qualifications. I didn't graduate college. I have a high school diploma. And I just sat down at a job fair at all these tables, and I got 3 job offers. Because the other people that were sitting down at these things are insane people. You know what I mean? All I had to do was have a normal conversation and go like, oh, yeah, I know Excel. And then they were like, oh, my God, this guy. They hired me for a job that the name of the company was so generic that I didn't know what it did. And
that sounds so shady.
And I had to play dumb when I went in there and go like, oh yeah, I know what I'm doing. Like I was like, and my job title was something so generic also. I'm like, okay, I'm a representative too.
An executive assistant.
Yeah, something. So I have no idea what this company does until like 2 weeks into the training. And I was like in a room just going like, oh, that's what we do here. Okay. I get it now.
Dude, I was a personal assistant and it haunts me.
I couldn't do that shit. I mean, I can't even keep my own life together. I'm supposed to now mend to somebody else's.
Well, at the time I was on Adderall, so it was no problem for me, sweetie. Mommy was on it. I was making phone calls. I was scheduling doctor appointments. I was on it times a million.
But do you have to sacrifice self for that?
Sanity.
It's sanity, but like that's what I mean. You had
just like on speed, like signing up kids for camp.
Like I can't even keep my own appointments straight sometimes where I have to I'm like annoyed at myself about it. I want to fix it. But I can't imagine then like having to have it be my job to keep someone else's schedule, let alone everything else straight, and then also live my own life. My own life would fall apart.
It was hard. It was hard, but also mostly because she had 3 kids. So I had
my God.
I had to do a single mom with 3 kids.
Oh, my Lord.
And I remember, like, I started babysitting for them right around the time they were, like, 12. And I showed up one time in, like, a low-cut shirt. And she's like, Sarah, put on a jacket.
They have erections.
Sarah, put on a jacket.
My child, you came over last week with that short skirt and my son's voice dropped 2 octaves.
Yeah, it's like it was like that.
That's hilarious. Were the kids, did they change? Were they like, I want Sarah to come around more as they got older?
Yeah.
Where's Sarah?
I remember that I would have
Can Sarah come to Disney World with us? To the water park?
I took him to the water park. There was a time I took him to the water park.
So are you going to like go in the water?
The water
Sarah,
park.
can you come down the slide with me?
Yeah, it was that. I remember one kid I babysat for was like, he had eczema and he goes, can you put the eczema cream on my penis? I was like, no, I can't.
Shoot your shot, kid.
He was shooting his shot. It's itchy. I was like, no, I can't.
That's so fucking wild.
And he was like,
imagine if you were like,
he was like
sure.
5. He was like 5.
That's how like a porno starts.
I was babysitting him, and he was just seemed like this.
Oh, he
cute,
was 5? Jesus
yeah,
Lord.
he was like a cute little boy. Like it was like so, and like the request was so like in his mind, like why wouldn't she?
Yeah,
you know what I mean. And I'm like, no, we're not doing that.
I didn't know it was like a crazy. I mean, even 12 is nuts. But if they're like in puberty and they're like, please, can you put the eczema cream on my penis?
I was like,
shoot your shot.
Could you put the eczema cream on my penis? He was like a
Did
little
he really
nasally.
talk like
yeah.
that? Oh,
and
Lord.
I was like, no, I'm not putting the eczema cream on your penis.
Oh my Lord.
Absolutely not. I was like, if you want to put the eczema cream on your penis, you can, but I'm not
I'll
doing
watch.
that. I'm not.
I don't have that kind of experience with children at all.
Like
in any
babysitting?
sort. No, I mean, like I think I was allowed to babysit my cousin's children like twice, and it was a harrowing couple of hours.
What do you mean? What happened?
Well, it was just kind of like always like I'm on alert. Like one's playing with pencils and shit. I'm like, I don't know if we're allowed to play with pencils.
Yeah.
And then I do something and I'm like, oh no, shouldn't have done that. Like I can't think of an example at the moment, but it was just always kind of like, I'm like looking at the clock, like 10 minutes have passed. That's it. Oh my God. I'm like, how am I going to make it? I can't imagine having them there all of the time.
There was this kid that I babysat, and by accident I said fuck, and then she said fuck, and then I had to act like fuck wasn't a bad word because like I didn't want to be like, don't say that, right? So then her mom, when we were at dinner, she was like, she kept saying fuck. And her mom's like, is she saying fork? And I was like, yeah, I think she's saying fork. I think it's fork.
Truck. It's truck, actually.
She's saying fork. She's like, I don't know where she would learn something like that. And I was like, I don't know either.
I want I mean, like at this point, I've resigned myself to the fact that I'm probably just going to have a nephew and not
You don't want a son?
It's not that I don't want to. I'm 37. I don't know if it's in the cards. So
you're a dude. You could have a kid in 8 years.
Yeah, but
if you wanted.
It's not getting any better out there in terms of prospects, and
That's not true. Not with that attitude.
Either I'm going to end up with a barren lady, a woman who's decided she doesn't want kids, or a woman who already has kids. So it's like, I mean, unless I'm
barren lady,
unless I'm Leonardo DiCaprio, I'm not going to dip down into the fertile territory, I imagine, very often anymore. You know, it's starting to get like women that I can see myself procreating with too, are becoming fewer and far between as you get older. And it's like, you know, it's like haircuts, you know, like and like when I went bald, I was like, well, I got a couple of these left in me, you know, and I think I'm down to like 3 left of like, oh, I could have a child with this woman, you know?
No.
I don't know. It's going to take, I mean, I don't have a lot of time. We got to speed things up.
I mean, I know.
I mean, yeah, exactly.
Trust me. The clock is like, it's running out of time,
Do you
sweetie.
just stare at it at the wall?
I go, I'll be fine, and then I'll go on a walk, and I'll be like, I want a baby. And like, I don't even know where it's coming from.
Yeah, but
it's like Tourette's.
I've heard you say both things, though. I've heard you one week go, I want a baby, and then next week go like, I don't want a fucking baby.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. It's like that.
Yeah.
It depends on my mood, where I am in my cycle. Like
the cycle.
The
yes,
cycle plays
course.
a big part.
Yes.
And then like right before my period, I'm like, I don't know how many more of these I'm gonna have. Like it's all dramatic in my head.
That's so
It's
funny.
just a reminder that you're childless.
Can you get that counted?
How many periods you have left?
Yeah. Is that a thing you go to the doctor and be like, how many do I have left,
You
doc?
can get your fertility checked.
I'm afraid you only have
Yeah, it's like that. It is like that.
6 more cycles.
They don't know exactly how many cycles you have left.
Okay.
But I have some
But
years.
they can gauge you on years?
I have some years.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't want to brag.
Mama's packing eggs.
Mama's packing eggs.
She's
The
got a
eggs
whole duffel of
intact.
eggs. Yeah. We
Yeah.
stocked up.
I don't know if it was stocked up. There's definitely a shortage.
There was
but
a blizzard. There was a blizzard warning, and we got a few dozen, just ready in case.
No, listen. Time's of the essence. I need to find love sooner rather than later, or I just got to get them on ice. Eggs on ice.
Yes.
The Shank story.
Yes. Even if, I mean, career-wise, you might even say to yourself, "Ice these eggs," because shit's popping off right now. We don't want to cool it down and then have to have a child with us along the way. Yeah, exactly.
I'm postpartum.
So you might want to freeze them up anyway. Throw a couple of them up in there. Let them, freeze up for another day, a rainy day.
A rainy day.
Annie says that she's going to, if she doesn't use, she has like 4 left, like that are good.
Yeah.
Out of like, because
they got to
take like,
test them.
they take like a bazillion of them, I guess,
Mm-hmm.
or all of them. I don't know how they do it.
They take as many as they can.
And then they go like,
they do like genetic
this
testing.
one's, an R word, and then this one's, and they throw out the ones, and then they go, okay, well, we got 4 here. And so Annie's like, well, I don't know, I'm going to have 4 kids.
Mm-hmm.
So she said she's going to give like the discard one to me to use for stem cells for my eyes.
Oh.
So she's like, I only needed 2. Here, you can have the other 2.
Could they
I don't
do
know.
that?
We're going to keep them locked up in there.
We're going to keep them on ice.
Yeah, and then hope that we can just go and then put it right in my eye. I'm like, I see again.
That's actually genius.
Yeah, we don't want them to go to waste.
No, because also like, what do you do with them? Like, I have a friend who had 2 kids, and now she's got 2 eggs on ice still, and she's like, I don't want to donate them.
Is that going to be like, do the abortion people come for those people eventually and be like, look at the freezers of
No, there's this thing that you could
life, the freezers of life. There's freezers of ice. They have them on ice in there. Why aren't they out there protesting those places?
The ice.
Yeah.
The baby's on ice. That's so funny. No, there's this thing that you can do. I forgot what it's called. My friend who had 2 kids and then had 2 on ice was telling me she didn't know what to do with the other 2. And there's this procedure where they take the eggs and they put them back into your body.
To do what? To have more periods?
No, they just nothing happens.
Yeah, you have to period them out, right?
I don't know.
Do you want 2 more periods? yeah. Are you into having more periods? Well, here's some more. We'll we'll reboot you 2 times.
It's called like not egg retrieval. It's called like
I don't know if we need to put them back in necessarily.
But then it's like, well, then what would you do with them?
I don't know.
Because you have to pay for them every month.
Do
You
you
have to pay rent on the eggs.
Is it like when the grocery store has too much food, they have a policy where they're like, we give it to the homeless? Do we give the eggs to...
No, we can't give it to a homeless.
I don't want to give it to the homeless.
Because it's also like your spawn. You're
But-
like, I can't just be...
Is it like adoption, though? Can you adopt an egg? It's like a Tamagotchi. You go to the store,
adopt an egg.
pick out an egg.
I mean, like, I don't know what I would do. What do you do if you're done having kids, but you got the 2 and you don't want to? You're paying rent on the 2 eggs, right? So they're low key. You feel like, well, they're kind of like my kids.
I'd evict them in some capacity. I don't know.
Trash them?
I don't know. I'd hope they have a plan. I go, what do you do with the eggs? And they go, well, we leave it. Is this a racket? Do they just charge rent for the rest of your existence while those eggs just sit there? What do they do with them when you die? Your kids are paying. I mean, like, there's got to be a system.
I don't know.
To like, give them away or donate them or something.
Yeah, but do you feel the need to get your sperm on ice? No.
I don't know that that's how sperm works.
Well, they do. They do freeze. They do freeze sperm.
Yeah, I would like to know if my sperm works. Because I've never actually, like, I've never had a scare. I've never tried, obviously. And, you know, I have trust issues, so coming into women is tough for me. Doing it inside. So that's only happened a handful of times.
You got to be careful who you just come into.
Yeah. The ones that say to do it, I usually trust.
No.
Sure, if they're telling me to do it.
That's brave of you.
Well, if they say they're going to do it, you know, or if they say to do it, they know their bodies.
You got to be skeptical.
Well,
if I was a man, I'd be skeptical of all these
these aren't just women that I'm meeting off the road. You know, I know who they are. I at least would trust their opinion on that. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know, I've already hopefully trusted their opinion on some other things first. It's not like I'm just like, hey, lady, and then I come inside their bodies.
Yeah. But I do have guys who have tried to come inside me and then been like, I'm not looking for anything serious. And I'm like, well, here's the thing. An hour ago, you were trying to shoot your load into me.
Yeah.
And,
Real vanilla sky stuff.
That's like, that's how you have a human, sir?
Swallowed your cum, Daniel. Then she drives off a bridge. I think I think it's serious too. That's why I have a hard time. Like, it takes me like a real, like, I have to be like lulled into it. Like, it's tough.
Right.
And then like now I think it's going to take me even more so. It's going to take me. I got lulled into it. The
more trauma you get,
when you get lulled into it, and then you find out it's for naught, you're like, oh man, well, I don't know if that's going to happen again anytime soon, you know?
Yeah, well, also, like, there is, like, this school of thought where, I don't know if it's Buddhism or what, where it's, like, talking about how men, they should keep their energy.
Oh, that's stupid. That whole, like, a boxer doesn't jerk off for, like, while he's training for a fight. Like, shut up. I need to jerk off, like, 18 times before I go on stage. Like, I have, like, anxiety. It, like, quells me.
Yeah, I do sometimes think that masturbation just lulls you to sleep.
Sure.
I've fallen asleep with my hands in my underwear and woken up like, huh?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I was in the middle of something.
Yeah.
The laptop's open.
Yeah.
Your phone's on something. You're like, oh, no.
When you see the laptop of the thing that you watch to come the next day when it's like 1 p.m. and you're like, what? It's like, it's so disorienting.
Thankfully for phones, I have not used my I go laptop for business. Don't do porn on the laptop.
I'm doing porn on the laptop.
That's brave.
Why?
I don't know. It just seems.
Well, yeah, it's brave.
I know they're all connected and
like
shit, but
chatterbait, like all these things are opening.
That's
crazy.
Yeah, the pop-ups and such.
The pop-ups.
Yeah, chatterbait. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Have you ever gone on there?
No.
Oh yeah. I mean, why would you? That would be like a chatterbait. You would be like the top Twitch streamer on Chatterbait. They'd be like, how the hell do I get back to that one?
No, I would not go on Chatterbait.
It's funny that it's called that.
It's like, they're so close to Masturbate. That's probably why.
Well, that's what ends up happening. And people are shocked. They're like, whoa. And you're like, what do you think was going on here?
On Chatterbait.
I can't believe people are jerking their dicks off on here. This is unbelievable. What did you think was going to happen on Chatterbait, man?
I mean, like,
what's the other one? Omegle. I see like Ali Makovsky goes on to that all the time. Does Omegle. She's so brave. She just goes on there and she's like, so what are you doing? And these people are like, this girl's talking to me. Like, it's crazy.
I would never.
I couldn't do it.
Not with a straight face.
If I was her, I couldn't. Now, if I did it like me, I'd be on there, you know. I can talk to whatever slob comes up, you know.
No, there is like this dating app that Kim was telling me about where it like connects you with people all across the world and you can talk to them. You have 3 minutes to talk to them and then you swipe.
But
and
then
that's when
what?
she's like, I fell in love with this Jamaican guy.
But then what? Now she's like searching the social media landscape, hoping to come across this rando Jamaican guy.
Honestly,
using the 3 minutes of evidence that she had. That sounds like a terrible.
She got his info from that in that 3 minutes.
It's 10 seconds left. Tell me your Instagram.
yeah.
Did it work out, or is she moving to Jamaica? Okay.
She's not moving to Jamaica. But if it did, that'd be cool.
Sure. Hell yeah.
I mean, let me tell you, the apps for me, it's getting bleak, sweetie.
I did them for 2 weeks. And then I said no apps. And then I got lucky for a second. And then now that I should, I'm, out here in the desert, I was like, do I go back to the apps? No, I'm not doing them. They are not for me.
Have you ever, this is the first time this has happened. I matched with someone on an app. The first message they sent was, big fan of the podcast.
No.
And I was like,
that would work. That would actually work for me.
For me, no.
But I don't.
Like, you've heard me say all kinds of shit. You know way too much about me, honey.
Well, that's the thing. Yeah, that's a tough, obstacle course. I don't want to do that anymore, but that would be a way in with somebody. That's the only way people are like, ooh, this guy on the app. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for me, it's a turn off. That was a turn off.
No. I understand that wholeheartedly. But I got to try and meet some people out there in the world.
In the wild.
But I'm trying to figure out. I go to like 2 places. And it's the pickings are slim at these places. So I got to like broaden my horizons or something. Maybe hit up a farmer's market or something.
Oh, yeah, farmer's markets.
What would I do there? Be like, the scallions look great.
You at a farmer's market would be amazing.
I don't know what I would do there.
You could just, you walk around on Sunday, you go to there's a good one in the valley. I'll tell you about it.
Yeah, but there are couples there. It's not fucking, I feel
there's
like.
also single bitches getting scallions.
I don't
what
know.
you're saying. They're like, oh, let me go. And you know what else? The hoes at the farmer's market, they're cooking.
Sure.
They're in the kitchen, sweetie. They got fresh clementines.
But they're going to think I'm cooking too, though. And then they're going to come over and open my fridge and be like, there's just Red Bull in here.
Red Bull and some radishes.
Something I
random.
Just had to pick up there. Like, did we reach for the same rhubarb pie? That's like my origin story for love.
That is romantic.
That
Also,
would be. Now I'm just out there scoping out who's reaching for stuff.
Can I tell you what I was doing for a while? It didn't work.
What's that?
I was going to Whole Foods Malibu.
You just go out all the way to Malibu to go to Whole Foods?
Well, it's not that far from my house because I live in Topanga.
I see.
Yeah. So it's not that far of a drive. And I go full makeup, sweetie, and I'm in the produce
She's
set.
got a basket.
I'm just like, and looking around for bad Malibu
Squeezing
dads.
tomatoes.
I'm like, yeah.
How are you?
Oh, hi, sir.
Do you know how to pick out a
Cantaloupe?
peach?
Peach is more sexual.
Yeah. Cantaloupe.
It's
I don't even know.
cantaloupe.
Yeah, you just look at them and you grab one. That's
Can you help me pick out this cantaloupe?
How do I know when they're ripe?
Cantaloupe is like the least sexy fruit.
Yeah, probably. It's huge. But that's what they call tits, though, so maybe not.
Cantaloupe? Melons?
Yeah. Look at the cantaloupe sign. I don't know. Maybe they don't do that.
What? Do people
I don't know
call
who does
tits cantaloupes?
I don't know. Do they? I think I've heard that.
Melons.
Them cantaloupe. I don't know. Maybe somewhere along the way they did. I'm sure I heard it from somewhere.
Cantaloupes is so funny to call someone's tits cantaloupes.
I'm going to start.
You got it. Look at the cantaloupes on that horn.
Oh, man. Them cantaloupes.
Cantaloupes. Cantaloupe is also a weird name for a fruit.
It sounds like a deer.
The cantaloupe.
And the herd of cantaloupe are
Yeah.
prancing across the field.
It's also like cantaloupe. Cantaloupe.
Yes, I can. That's what you say when you go to the market. You're like, cantaloupe, but I will. Something like that.
Yeah.
So I'm going to pick up girls.
In the produce section, just looking for
Hi, I'm
dick.
Josh.
Hi, I'm Josh.
That's
but
how
you
I
can call
open
me
it.
Mr. Josh.
What's your name? What brings you here other than fine produce here at Whole Foods?
Yeah, dude. The grocery stores of LA, the farmer's market's a good place.
Ugh, I just am so tired. Can't they just come to my house?
I know.
Can't they just get a knock on the door like an Amazon delivery and be like, hey, it's your potential girlfriend? You just go,
it's your future wife.
yeah.
Hello, it's your future
wow,
wife.
this is just what I ordered.
Yeah. That sounds ideal.
It does sound ideal. It'd be nice. Hopefully someday the AI comes up with it or whatever. We can get that detailed, you know? I know they're going to be in our phones, girls. You know, our phones are going to be our girlfriends or whatever, like that Her movie.
Oh, that Her movie really did something to me. Did you see it?
Oh yeah, it fucked me up. I'm like, I'm gonna be that. Oh no.
The Her movie made me sad.
Yeah, no, it's supposed to.
Deeply
That
sad.
was their goal.
Well, listen, it worked.
No, yeah, it is. It's dystopian. It's very like, and then you go like, I gotta stop looking at my fucking phone.
Yeah. It was so much, and that movie fucked me up for sure.
Hell yeah, it did.
Anything Joaquin Phoenix though.
Anything? No, he was in The Gladiator. He was awesome.
He's so good.
No, I mean, I thought you meant everything he's in fucks you up.
No.
Oh, okay.
Not everything, but like he's such a great performer that I love watching him in anything.
I'll watch him do anything.
Yeah.
They're gonna make that Joker too with Lady Gaga and him.
Ugh.
And I think it's gonna
Lady
be
Gaga off the big screen.
I don't mind it.
No. Did you see the fucking what was it that she was in? The House of Gucci.
Did not see that, but
the House of Gucci shit she did was so bad. Do you have there was this clip of her talking about her creative process next to Salma Hayek, who was also in House of Gucci.
I loved her in The Star Is Born.
The Star Is Born, she was great.
She was great. Bradley Cooper blows in that movie.
Really?
Sucks.
Oh, really?
And he sings. Ugh.
Oh, see,
Did you like how he sang? Because it's the laziest singing ever.
Okay, wait. Oh, wait. No. It was like acting. It was like a clip where it was about acting.
I'm
like
sure
their
she was
process.
pretentious.
She was acting so pretentious, and Salma's face was just so funny. I don't know.
Tell me something, girl. That's all he does.
Yeah.
I can sing that song right now, just like him, if I want.
You did just hit the
in the shallow. He just does that while she's like, and she's like way up here, and he's
okay. This is it. Yeah.
Oh, good. Play it.
Oh, hold on, guys. Let me get the sound up.
Salma Hayek listening.
Stanislavski. I also studied Meisner techniques, Adler. I went to Circle and Square.
Just
What
zoom
I
in
will
on
say
her
is that there is a personification element as well as a sense memory technique that I've used for many years now as an actor. So for myself, I remember when I first started this, I wrote a letter to myself, and I said,
She's like, oh my God.
She's in hell.
Please.
I need only the parts
This
of
is
you
mental
that are
illness.
meaningful for portrayal.
I'm watching a woman
Yeah.
unravel.
Unfortunately, and Salma, she was such a wonderful supporting actor.
And Salma's like, this movie is horseshit.
Dude, it was because her acting in House of Gucci was off-putting as fuck. Did you think that? Did you see it, Xavier?
I just I was like assuming that they were like that corny, and everybody was like, no, she's just terrible at accents. It was just like not good.
It was so bad.
Now I want to watch it.
It's so bad. If you get high and you watch it, it's the funniest shit you've ever seen.
She plays a Gucci person.
Yeah.
This is about the family that makes the bags?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just know that word.
You're right.
It's all Gucci. I'm like, do they make that saying? They're all Southern.
Okay, so what do you think about
Is
that?
that Gucci? I don't know anything about them. What did you say?
I want to get a toothed gem.
I know girls that have had that.
Really? What are your
Yeah.
thoughts on toothed
They're
gems?
fine. I mean, they're not permanent anyway,
No.
so it's like, go for it.
Yeah, I want people to look at my smile and say, oh, I'm sorry. Was that a little glint?
See, for me being a blind man, sometimes I'm like, you got some kale. Oh no, that's supposed to be there. Okay. Because that's I've gone on dates with girls where they have those, and I'm like,
No. Yeah, that's what I don't want it to look like. I don't want it to look like a speck of food.
yeah, you got to get it like really out there. They have to be good.
The tooth gems?
Yes.
What do you mean? Like, you can't do a color. You got to do like a little white one.
Or like it's got to be like pink or something crazy.
Pink?
Yeah, or like some color that's not food. Where you're like, what the hell is? Oh, okay, it's a gem.
Just like a clear gem.
I don't know that people will be like, is that a tooth on a tooth? Or-
Is that what's happening there?
I don't know. Yeah,
I want it to be
zooming in on
subtle
it.
like that, though. Be like, oh,
I thought you had
Shanky's
an
smile
example.
looks a little different today. And then,
yeah, but you don't want to be too subtle where they're like, she get hit by a baseball bat?
no, not like that. Like, look.
These are clear.
Yeah, the clear ones. Like,
All right. Yeah, that one on the top left is I could see. Go for it. Do you, girl. Let your freak flag fly.
Even though I'm a 35-year-old woman, I know that my mom will hate the tooth gem.
That's why you want the tooth gem, which is so funny.
Even though I'm a 35-year-old
You're
woman.
like, I'm 35, but you know what the benefit is? My mom.
I hate it. She'll hate it.
That's so funny. What else does she hate?
Tattoos?
And so, I mean, yeah. Is that the only one?
No, I have 2 more.
Yeah, I was going to say. She didn't know about those.
Oh, no, she knows about those.
Oh, okay.
But this one's visible.
I see.
So
That's
this
the
one-
first one. That's the one she's mad about, though.
She was mad about the 818 that I got at Skankfest, and
Right.
any mother would have been.
Yeah, but you were mad about that, too.
yeah,
so it's like, who gives a
and you
shit?
were there for it.
I tried to stop you, but there was no stopping Mama that day. No.
No, there was
She was-
nothing coming between me and that ink,
I
baby.
was like, we are in an airplane hangar.
I
There's
don't-
a man behind a curtain. Are you sure? I don't know much. I was like, I don't know much about tattoos. I don't have any. But this doesn't seem like the ideal setting in which I would want to get one.
Yeah, it was like the beginning of a horror movie.
But hey, you know, whatever. You do you.
And then it was there for forever, and I came back, and my mom was so upset.
But that's nice now.
Yeah, I covered it up.
Are you going to get the whole arm?
Sleeve? I don't know. Maybe. Should I?
I would like to get sleeves, but I could not for the life of me figure out how to fill all that real estate. Not that I have big arms or anything. I'm just saying, like, that's a lot of ink, and I don't have that many ideas.
Well, but sometimes the tattoo artist has ideas.
I don't want this idiot's ideas on my arms. I don't know this fucking guy.
You have to trust you gotta trust
Now I gotta.
the
I can't
artist.
even. I can't even date. I gotta fucking trust an artist now, a tattoo artist too. I mean, how many relationships am I gonna try and cultivate?
You have to
damn.
love the tattoo artist.
Yeah,
work.
that's the thing. I don't see myself ever getting that involved with one. So,
To me, it's like a fun distraction.
yeah,
If I had a lot more money, I would have a lot more tattoos.
I would get tattoo for a girl in a second. That's
You
what I
would?
learned about myself. Yeah,
You would?
if the right one, like that I was into in that moment, wanted me to, I can be, and that is as close to joining a cult that I think I'll ever get. Is that I am susceptible to just having a woman that I am into get me to do just about anything.
Couple tattoos?
I don't want. I mean, yeah, I didn't think
That's
that.
an
Yeah, that was what I wanted to ask. Like, are you going for like their name or is it like a
Whatever the
theme?
hell they want. That's the thing. I don't know.
You're gonna put their name around your belly button, like
I
how
would
your
put a
mom
name.
has?
I would put a name.
You would?
I would. What the hell? Because
But
it's like.
keep it small in case you gotta cover it
Well,
up.
that's exactly true. Yeah.
Because one
Or do it in Chinese or something.
no.
I can't do that. Yeah.
The
that's-
Chinese symbol.
Back
you'll
to the
get
beginning of the
canceled.
show. Yeah,
You're
yeah, yeah.
going to get canceled.
I live in a Spanish type home and I have a Chinese tattoo. Oh boy, they're getting at me. They're getting me at both ends of the world.
Oh, I like the matching penguins. I do like that.
Yeah, that's something like an object that you just both get that you just go like,
yeah.
you know, like you both know, but like if anyone else saw it, they wouldn't be like, oh, that's a girl. That's you and a girl got that, huh?
Yeah, I do like the sun and the moon, but those are ugly suns and moons.
And that's so clear. You're the sun to my moon or whatever. Shut up.
Look, they got a female tiger and a masculine tiger.
That's fucking stupid too.
What about the like all the ones I get? The avocado one is standing out to me right here.
Because I like that because it's a random thing.
We both love avocado.
Just, I mean, you don't even have to have a symbol behind it, but you
both-
just go like, it's like you pick out an emoji or something and you both get that tattoo and that's like your secret code or whatever, you know?
I like a secret code.
Yeah, exactly. So the avocado might be their secret code to one another.
But also those skulls, and then one says till and then the other one says death.
Ew.
Imagine you have the death one.
Yeah, I got till. Also till.
Ugh.
I don't want till.
Yeah, I don't
That's
want
so
any
dumb.
of that. I don't like any of that. When you see a bad tattoo, it's enough to make you realize that.
It just makes me go like, I have no good ideas when it comes to what am I gonna get, a Bills logo on me? That's all I give a fuck about. Like I'm gonna get the Sabres logo. Like
A Bill's tramp stamp.
yeah, exactly. I'd get like the
That would be
Sabres logo on
amazing
my
on
like
you.
forearm or something maybe, but like that's so dumb. Like that's this equivalent to having like a jersey hung up in my apartment. You know what I mean? Like
But if you had access to a nice jersey, Would you hang it up in your apartment?
I have them.
Oh, okay, okay.
I could easily have a Marshawn
Framed?
Lynch. Oh yeah, I've got a whole thing. I sold my framed Marshawn Lynch rookie jersey to move to LA for $300, and I told the guy, I go, I'm gonna buy it back for $1,000 in X amount of years, and I did it.
You did?
Yeah. So I bought it back, but I don't have it hanging anywhere.
Not yet.
I mean, I'll find a place.
Not yet. That's
It's not going to be in the living room or the bedroom. Let's just say
above the
bed.
room.
Yeah, exactly.
No,
I can't do that.
If you cannot have a jersey in the bedroom, you can
No,
have
it'll
it
be
in
like
the spare
in the
room.
office.
In the office.
Yes, exactly.
In the office, but a woman's not going to come to a jersey above her.
No. They come to a jersey above
I'm like
her.
imagining I'm on top. Everything's great. I look up. There's fucking jersey. I can't come now.
Now that would be a dream situation if a girl was like, you know what would make me come harder? If that Marshawn Lynch jersey was mounted right above the bed. I'd go, for what reasons? And then she's like, I love football. I go, okay. But if it was like, it makes me think of Marshawn Lynch, I'd go, we're keeping that in the closet.
So fun. That was our podcast.
Well, thanks for having me.
Thanks for coming
It's
on.
always great to come here to the wigwam.
To the wigwam.
Or whatever.
Weinshenk's wigwam.
Yeah. Weinshenk's Adobe hut.
Weinshenk's teepee.
Yeah.
That's our episode. Where can people find you?
Oh, yes. People can find me on the internet. I'm on Instagram at Josh_Potter, on Twitter at J_Potter. And I don't know if this comes out this week or what,
It does,
but
yeah.
March 10th, we're going to be in Bellflower, California at the
It's
old
going to be so fun.
stand-up comedy club, they call it. That's
Yep.
the name of the whole thing. So come see us.
That's fun. And then 420.
Oh, yeah. 420 at the Nightcap in Burbank.
420 at the Nightcap. The Nightcap's one of my favorites.
Oh, yeah. We just have parties there, essentially.
Yeah, it's so fun.
Oh, we got to go on stage? Gross. I
Yeah,
don't
I
even think I
know.
did time. I just went up there and fucked around last time, so.
It was so fun.
More reason to go.
Yeah, so fun. So come out to Bellflower. That's March 10th. I'm also going to be in San Diego March 19th with Kim Congdon. Look out for that. We're co-headlining. Coming to Arizona, but not till June. Also coming back to Austin. I'll have the date on that shortly. And yeah, you can find me here every Wednesday. Subscribe to my Patreon, patreon.com/Sara Weinshenk for ad-free bonus content there. And then here every Wednesday and on Monday, this bitch podcast. Thank you guys. Have a good rest of your day. Bye.